Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 2 between me and Jaapaasa in the Kingdom of Steel Round 1 tournament. Let's dive right in to Kostritsa here, and on the left, in the red, we have Jaapaasa playing Corpo Italiano Liberazione on Maverick Income. And on the right, in the blue, is myself playing Spearverband Kessel, also on Maverick Income. So, this is Game 2. If you did not see Game 1, make sure to go check that out. It was an exciting one. This is a best-of-3 match, single-elimination tournament. We both get divisions. You build basically like a deck of divisions. So you have like 15 divisions to pick from. And once you use one, you can no longer use it in the game. So I picked the map on Game 1, Jaapaasa picked the map on Game 2, and he picked his division first, which was this Corpo Italiano. And I counter-picked with Spearverband Kessel, but that meant I had to pick my income first, so I picked Maverick, and he mirror-picked me with Maverick as well. In terms of the division, CIL, Corpo Italiano, it's a very solid division, got a lot of buffs about 2 patches ago, and it's a pretty strong division these days. Its infantry are phenomenal. That is the highlight of the division. Just fantastic infantry all around. You get the Maros, you get you get the what are the Flamers, Guastatori, Peros. It's just the whole division. Just infantry are so ripped. Shermans, which means it's an okay tank tab, not great, but it's okay. It's an okay recon tab, nothing like special, but you do get some pretty useful infantry in there, some snipers and such. The support guns, not great, nothing that reaches out past 1,750 meters. I mean, 1,500 meters, excuse me. So it's a short range support tab, so not fabulous. The AT tab solid with some 17 pounders, 6 pounders, the Beretta 47 mil, which are always great, and some Wolverines. AA tab is definitely one of the big weaknesses of the division. You just have Crusader AAs and a couple of 20 mils, so definitely can be tough to keep planes out of the sky. The artillery is a light Italian artillery, which can be quite good. Not great at counter battery or anything, but for supporting your troops, very solid. And its air force can be quite strong, although Jaapaasa not taking anything too big here, just a couple of attack fighter bombers and 1 card of Alcionas. On my side, Spearverband Kessel, definitely a very niche division, but I felt like it was a really good counter pick to Corpo. Really, your biggest weakness in Spearverband is having no like significant AT. You have to kill tanks with your tanks essentially, which can be really rough, and you don't have really much 2K anything either outside of 1 card of Stu 42s and Flak 41s. So you can really struggle against like German armored divisions or the longer range, just any division that can host longer range Soviet divisions with ISU 152s and IS2s. You can't kill those. You're in a serious struggle. But against Corpo Italiano, this division is very, very strong. Its recon tab is really nothing special. Infantry, of course, are the highlighted division with the Brandenburgers and Higevidash for your close range stuff. Stugs across the tank tab. Support, you do have the Stu 42. Your AT tab's limited, but you don't need much here. AA tab's great. Your RD tab really sucks, but you got to work with what you get. And air tab, all right. We're diving on in here to the game. Hopefully I'm able to hold on. If I lose, I'm out of the tournament already. There's no second chances here. So he's not really deploying super aggressively. With the mere income, neither of us will have any significant income advantage. He has a huge attack force coming down south. He definitely is looking to get in early. Another big issue with Corpo is its super slow transports. The Dvonuka, I think that's how you say it. They're bad. They're very, very slow. But on the flip side, I also have the Botons, which are also really bad. So we both get a couple good transports and a couple really bad transports. My Pack 40 gets down just to cut off that transport road. 47 mil, though, still going to get a shot off and hits that Brandenburg first shot, maximum range. Can't miss, won't miss. You know it, folks. Pack 40 looking for that Staghorn. Totally misses. Gotta love it. Heart RNG. I do have some Solotherns going down. AT rifles. Hoping to catch some kills, but I haven't. And that's okay. It's more just to hold things off if they get dicey. And they are quite good for killing off these, light half-tracks and things like that. I was worried about those and any sort of armored cars. Falling back, immediately getting pushed off. These 47s are just so strong. Brandenburgers getting overwhelmed here. They are triple star, which makes them quite good, but a lot of armor here. Do take out the Flamers, though. They're just a lot of damage. AT rifle does exactly what I'm hoping it does and kills off that half-track there. My infantry definitely superior at long range. He doesn't have any of the... Oh, he does have 1 card of the Maro Brens, which are like the quadruple Bren guns, infantry. Flamer going down over here as well. My Brandenburg is proving to be quite formidable. His push over here definitely has me surprised. I did not expect such a huge push. I expected a push, just not that much. AT rifle struggling to kill, but it does finally pick up that staghound, and that's basically what I brought these in for. 10 points to kill those off. Massive victory for me there, exactly what I was hoping for. Staghound runs forward. He's just kind of like pushing past me here, so that's definitely going to be an issue because I'm going to lose track of him. Jaapaasa, big fan of 2-inch mortars and 50mm mortars and such as well, so that's definitely an issue I'm going to have to deal with. Already has some arty in, the light 75mm Obice. Obice? Unfortunately, AT rifle does go down up north. Pack 40, finding this Breda out in the open. Should be able to kill that off. My Brandenburger getting into the woods here. Sniper hitting my AT rifle gun. Higivadash beating the Commandosi with their Molotov there. Higivadash are solid CQC units, but unfortunately against CIL, they're definitely not better than, like, Guastatori here. Need to fall back. That Staghound proving to be a serious issue. Stug 3 coming in, though. Should be able to stop the annoyance. Yeah, the issue with Higivadash is they're 25 points. They're not 20 points. If they were 20, they'd be fantastic. If at 25 points, they're fine. They're very solid. They're not phenomenal, though. They do not beat things like Guastatori at close range. Brandenburger's still pinned down. Not sure why I wasn't reacting to this more. Brandenburger versus Flamer. Brandenburger should still win. They have plenty of MP40s along with the G43s for damage. My grenade goes off, kind of helps pin down the second Flamer. I decide to fall back. Don't want to lose that guy. They are very expensive. You can't be losing Brandenburgers for nothing. Lose my leader there to a surrender. Definitely unfortunate. Stug 3 finally coming around the corner. He is a little thin, though. He does not have as many troops. He's got to bring in some reinforcements. Maro's coming in. Even my Higivadash really have no chance against those Maros. They're just so strong. But I do clear out this woods. I'm going to push forward here to try to capture this flag. It's currently 13-11 him with this flag down south. Staghound down now to the Stug 3. Stug 3 should be able to support me getting back into this woods at some point. 40 mil in position. Should be able to kill off this L3. Does get a shooter killed. Nice hit there. 47 mil once again just carving through me, but I do take out the 35, and that was the issue. Commandosi catching up my Higivadash, and they get hit by the Maros and get surrendered. I do some nice damage with the Molotov there, but it's not enough. 40 mil going to go down here as well. Higivadash do find the Maro out, so that's not too bad. A little damage there, but he is now capturing this flag for nothing. I thought there was something way further forward. Higivadash in this position, thinking he was flanking around. And now the reinforcements coming in. Definitely going to be an issue. My CQC, like I said, the Higivadash are good. They're solid units, to be sure. You get 3 pretty good submachine guns. You get an automatic rifle. You get Molotovs. So it's not bad. And it's chunky squad at 13 men with Raider. So there's lots of good things about it. But it's 25 points, and it does not trade great against these strong Guastatoris and Maros and things. They're just very, very strong and hard to push through. Do decide to start making a push in. Brandenburgers can beat the Maros. They have the grenade. Grenade beats assault rifle, assault squads pretty well. That's what grenades do best at. Not beating flamer squads, but beating assault squads with all submachine guns. Higivadash coming in, several of them. Try to get back in there. 5 minutes into the game. Jaapaasa with a nice lead here. Definitely a problem in mirror income. There's no point for me to, like, really catch back up. It has to be straight through good play, not just overwhelming your opponent. He's nicely positioned here deep in the forest where my guys have to go in to get him. No support from my units here. Already do have the SDK of Z71. I was expecting more Air Force. This division does have a strong Air Force to call upon. Assault gun finding my Higivadash. I was trying to be cheeky and just drive up to this flag. It actually would have worked if I could have got past these assault guns here. Brandenburgers immediately fall back when they find the Guastatori. I cannot beat them. Commandosi, not amazing CQC. 3 Thompson's fine, 2 Madsen's fine. Brens, I mean, but it's not like anything incredible. No grenades, no flames. Brandenburger does get pinned down by the 50mm mortar here, the 2-inch mortar, technically. Higivadash are beating off the Pedachatudisti. And they do move too far forward, so the Stug can now support. Commandosi in immediately, though. Higivadash gonna get pinned here. Unfortunately, no leader to prevent the surrender. And down they'll go. No reaction from me, unfortunately. Artillery now going after my Pack 40. Need to fall that back. Barely holding on to this town. I'm not holding the flag, but I am holding the ground, forcing him to put more stuff in. This is, I accidentally moved this forward, but now I'm just repositioning it into a better position. Dash all get caught out by this stupid 2-inch mortar. It's absolutely just tearing into me. I hate these things so much. Bring in my own 81 mil mortar to start countering a little bit, kill off some of these assault guns and things like that. And most specifically this freaking 2-inch mortar that is just decimating me. Brandenburger, Pentagram does catch out these Commandosi, which I'm pretty happy about. 2-inch mortar now going to hit my Higividas. Again, these kind of mortars can be so good if you can use them well. And Jaapaasa is good at using them. Alpini moving forward, leader with the sniper rifle. Panzergren retargeting. Brandenburger also caught out by a sniper. Although you can't be sure they're gonna, like, the sniper will win these ones. The Brandenburgers and stuff do so much damage. The Stug here is there to support. Panzergren holding off the infantry here, but the L335 is in with its double Beretta machine guns. He did get back into this position currently on a 1311. I did manage to capture something. He should have more than a 1311. No, I guess not. He's got this one. I had this balancing it out for a little bit. 40 mil trying to take out some of these Shermans and things. There is a Sherman here now. Alpini sniper about to die finally goes down. So one less thing to deal with. And I did... Nope, I did not kill off the leader. Stug 3 does not see the 57 mil. I'm not sure how because the 40 mil is right here. So I'm a little confused. Do these have radar? Is that why? No, I'm not sure how I didn't see that, but Stug 3 does go down to that. Definitely hurts. 40 mil, hopefully we'll be able to kill this leader that just opened up on it. IG-18 and MG-42 doing some nice support work here. Double 75 up north now, and he does push into this flag now, getting the 14-10. Higividash versus the Maro. I should win because the Maro is actually quite weakened, so I am actually able to take that out. 40 mil finding the 57. My Higividash are finally back in. The 2-inch mortar was forced off by my mortar here. Focke-Wulf, first plane of the game, coming on in. Going for a bombing strike on these infantry. These Guastatori just so strong. I have my stronger infantry coming in B phase. I shouldn't say stronger, but my stronger CQC coming in B phase with the Brandenburger Pioneers. Very strong double flamer infantry. One of my only infantry that can straight up beat his. 40 mil, unfortunately, going to go down here most likely to the sniper unless it falls back in time. And now the Higividash finding those units out there. Sherman, though, there. We all know how much damage Shermans do to infantry. I was able to kill this stuff off with the use of the bomber pinning these things down. Guastatori on the run. I thought there were 2 cards of Guastatori in this deck, and it looks like I only brought 1, which is surprising because I think they're pretty darn phenomenal. And I am able to surrender a basically full health squad, which is great. He did fully push me out of this town now. Still pressuring this flag. Moving forward again to try to capture it. IG-18 does get taken out by a great hit from the 75 mils. I am finally back into this wood, though. Now here comes the 2-inch. Got to start moving again. .81 mortar now going for that stinking 2-inch mortar. Already extremely tired of that. Do have a Stu-42 coming in. The first one. We're now into B phase, giving me access to my Stu-42 2K range stuff. And my Flak 41, so I now have some long-range things. I do finally capture this flag again, back to a 12-12. I'm still down pretty hard, but that's all right. There is plenty of time to turn this around. I don't feel like my trades have been terrible. Down south hasn't been great, but I have actually killed off a fair number of things. It's not like nothing has died of his. I have done some very good damage. And the one thing with CIL is its infantry, while very good, are not efficient. In other words, they're expensive. I mean, you're paying a lot for these very good infantry. So just like my division, which is also very inefficient in terms of price, his guys cost a lot too. So, you know, it is possible for me to kind of grind him out. In terms of infantry numbers, I have 78 and he has 87. So he definitely has the longer game on me there in terms of infantry numbers. I decided to bring my C-phase card to Panzergren in 1 vet, which is not something I usually do, but I did in this game. Brandenburgers do find the 47 mil out in the open and are able to kill that off. That's great. Now they find the Maros, but they got to reload. Reminder here, guys, when your troops get low in health, they don't do less damage. They fire slower. They literally reload more slowly than if they were a full health squad. But then they shoot all the weapons. Don't ask how. This is just Eugen fun. So when this guy fires, he will fire a full damage burst, even though he's one man. He's holding 2 MG42s, 6 rifles, and a couple MP40s, and he's firing them all at once. I now have a huge force of infantry in the woods now. Gonna push across here. Hikiva Dash should be quite solid, especially with 3 of them. He does have RDT now, which I'm not a fan of these. I think they're too expensive for what they are. They are good. It's not that they're not good. They are good. But I think you have better options in this division. I would have taken more Guastatori or something. Brandenburg, unfortunately, gets forced out, back out in the open now, 12-12. Stu 42 now in, though, and this is definitely going to be hard for him to deal with. The only thing he's got is the 17-pounder. Hikiva Dash absolutely wrecked this Arditi with all of their Molotovs thrown at once, basically. Fortunately, now they're all out of Molotovs, but I can definitely overwhelm some squads with this number of troops. In I go. He does get some more veterancy, though, now, and that's going to help him overwhelm my Hikiva Dash. More Hikiva Dash coming in. Stug 4 coming in now. Stug 4 definitely really strong in this match. Shermans can't really beat them. Stug 3 in a nice aggressive position. I decided to go for it. I don't see any AT here to fight me, so I'm just going for it, and it definitely pays off big time. Holding on to that 12-12. Things not looking great at this point, though. I'm definitely very behind. I need to turn it around at some point. Remember, I am also down points. Focke-Wulf in, gets a nice hit on the Morrows. No AA down south. He is lacking in AA, so the Focke-Wulfs can be quite effective. And the Focke-Wulf F8s are quite difficult to stop with their medium resilience. Mortar finding that assault gun there. Need to kill that off so my Higgies can move forward up into this area. Get some nice hits on there. Pantagran, I moved forward because I thought they would all be pinned from the Focke-Wulf. Unfortunately, they weren't. Can't seem to get a good hit on this assault gun. Another Focke-Wulf coming in, finding that assault gun here. Got to kill those off. Stug 3 moving to get out of range of the open ground and to kill this Staghound that's been kind of holding me up. Focke-Wulf does kill that assault gun. Really nice there. He doesn't have a lot of that sort of thing, so killing those off is a big deal. I now have a strong defensive line here on the edge of this woods, and I'm content to just sit over here for now. I need to recapture this southern part and continue to pressure the center. Sherman 3 versus Stug 3. Stug 3 gets the first penetration. And kills it. Really nice kill there for me. I basically brought almost all my tanks in double vetted except for the Stug 4s. More Brandenburgers moving in, and now here comes the Brandenburger Pios. These guys really strong with their double flamer. I do actually capture this flag, get my first 13-11 of the game. Unfortunately, this assault gun is still alive, so he's going to hit this Hikiva Dash again. Stug 3 did go down. Where is it? I think it did. Should have. I think the 17-pounder found it, I would assume. Though I don't see where it is. Oh, it's over here. I pushed really aggressively trying to kill off this AA and stuff over here that I knew was here, but unfortunately the Maro Bren does have a Panzerfaust. Anyone more mortar going after that assault gun again. Need to get rid of that. He doesn't have very much long-range stuff, so I need those things dead. Here we go. Brandenburger Pioneer gonna show its stuff. No, it's just short. Come on. Brandenburger, though, gets to show its stuff as always. Quite strong. Assault gun finally dead. Brandenburger finding some Maros out in the open. Anything to kill those is heroic. BF-109 shoots down one of his Arietta planes, which is a really nice kill because those can be really good. His C-205 coming in to try to get me, but I am flying back over my A. I do have that SDK of Z71. Here we go. Brandenburger Pyro absolutely wiping out 5 units, 5 health of that instantaneously. So good. These guys can one-man plenty of stuff. Stu 42 finding some nice hits in these infantry, just pushing forward unsupported, allowing me to make up a whole lot of points in the center. Hikiva Dash get off their Molotov. Nice damage there. Brandenburger's coming in. They do have their grenade. I don't want them to use it yet, though. Might be able to kill off this Bren as well without the grenade, but it looks like it will throw it. There it goes. Brandenburger Pio now in, kills off the Esploratori. Most of his units are weakened. Our DT wastes their TNT on the Hikiva Dash, which is great. Allows me to move my Pios across. Kill off the RDD here. Brandenburger fall back. Unfortunately, my Brandenburger Pio is getting hit by the leader, so now I have to move him back in. Get the flames off, but unfortunately just too much damage out of our DD, but I'd still finish it off. My goodness, these guys. So good. Back to a 13-11 for Jaapaasa. My Stu 42 goes down to the 17-pounder here. Big loss there for me, but I do have 4, so I can suffer the loss. I have pushed back in here using my Brandenburger Pio and my Brandenburgers. Freaking 2-inch mortar being annoying. I do have another 81 mil mortar in now. Focke-Wulf coming in for that 17-pounder. There's only this 20 mil to stop me, and it cannot stop me. The Focke-Wulf's too strong. Excuse me, if you heard that. Brandenburger getting overwhelmed by all the infantry there. Bomber does take out that 17-pounder. He only has 4 of those, so killing those off is massive. Another Stu-42 coming in. We only got about 2 minutes left of B phase. Massive income. Mortar coming down to hit that Breda over there. All the infantry here are dead. My Stug 4 finding this 2-inch mortar, killing that would be heroic. Leader goes down. 2-inch mortar goes down. Hoorah, baby. Sherman 3, unfortunately, is still alive, though. Will hold up my push, but there are no more infantry down here. I've wiped them all out. Brandenburger Pio manages to surrender. That was quite an odd interaction between those units there, but I do come out the better. Mortar now going after the AA. I don't know this is Crusader AA. I'm just going after stuff. I do kill off, though. I did kill this car, 20 mil, so I'm pretty excited about that. More Stugs and Stews coming in. Sherman continuing to be a pain. Panzerschreck moving in to kill that. Whole lot of infantry coming in for reinforcements. Unfortunately, I have nothing to prevent that yet. Stug 4 is in a position that it might be able to take a pot shot, but that's it. Just depends on where he reinforces. This one unit he might be able to kill. Brandenburger kills off more of the infantry. His infantry did get killed off. My guy's just doing a really nice job of putting some kills on, but I'm still down in points, and it's still 13-11 in his favor, and we're about to go into the grind of Maverick on Maverick. You know my favorite thing. Pedachatudisti dodging out of the house, taking no damage. I do take out the other one. Panzerschreck finally takes out that Sherman. Do manage to fall that back in time. Brandenburger and catch out that RDT out in the open. Triple star Brandenburger. Oh my goodness gracious, it just pumps out the damage. Mortar going after all kinds of things. Accidentally mortar my own unit. Hoorah me. That's right, high level play here, guys. So heads up. I knew my infantry needed to have to fall back, so I continue the 13-11. Brandenburger takes out the RDT. Almost had the 12-12 again. More Brandenburgers coming in. Some reinforcements, the 40N to cut off the reinforcements finally. 75 mil, looking for my infantry here. Panzerschreck did get moved in to kill off, I think, like a light half-track or something like that. Stug 3 in a nice position here covering the road. Brandenburger did fall all the way back. I do have Brandenburger Pioneer and Brandenburger coming in for this forest. Will they get by the 17-pounder? I do... Oh, no. Ouch. That's awful. Losing one of those in the transport is pretty unacceptable. 2. Oh, my God. Attack power, you loser. So that definitely hurt. That hurt a lot. Can't lose units that expensive in transports. And now the 17-pounder going after my Stug 3 does finally miss. Notice that was 2 hits. First shots. I wish I had it. I wish I had it, guys. The pure luck. Maro Bren with his quadruple Brens here. Will be able to overwhelm even the Brandenburger. Stu 42 ground attacking right in front of the 17-pounder. This is not nearly as effective on the Stu 42 because the blast radius is not like a guerrilla or something. But it does manage just to, you know, start to pin a little bit. Stug 4 now in position. There's not much of his that can kill it. He give a dash, find the 2-inch mortar. Hoorah, happy day. Still 13-11 in his favor, though. This is not good. We're now into C phase, so now the grind begins. I do have the mortar now coming down on that 17-pounder. And those are both forced off. Smoke coming in. These Italian artillery pieces being quite annoying. Bombers in, though. Double Focke-Wulf killing off those infantry, killing off another infantry. Finally captures the flag back to a 12-12. Attack power on the attack. Fighter doesn't really have a chance of catching my Focke-Wulfs. They're pretty fast. And I do bring in a Flak 41 to now block out this area as well with my 2k power. Limited as it is. Hikividash flowing in. I have plenty of those to spare with my B phase card. Starting to run low on Brandenburger Pioneers. Didn't only get 7 of those. And I do have a few Brandenburgers left over. I have been using them very sparingly. I mean, you've seen them everywhere, but I call them in one at a time because I really don't want to just run out. Shug 4 and 40 mil find the Morrow out in the open. That's massive because this thing would have been an absolute headache in the woods. Because of a little miss micro there by Jaapaasa, it gives me the opportunity to basically chop it down before it ever got into range. Do have a leader here trying to pump up some stuff. Unfortunately, it's a little out of position at this point. Brandenburger does get out in time. C205 still floating about. Black 41 should force that off momentarily. 81 mortar, almost out of ammo. I did call in 2 Wesps at the end of B phase to begin counter-battering or targeting just support weapons and such. Haven't started using those yet. Stug 3, absolute Chad here, really is helping hold the line for me. These light Italian artillery really making it hard for me to win combats in towns and such. Brandenburger gets its grenade off. Really nice. Kills off the RDD. But it will finally go down here. He was quite the hero. Stug 3's getting 1 penetration and then surviving. Wes now finding a target in the 17-pounder in this woods here. He has 1 left other than these 2, so there are 3 remaining in total. And this is really nice. MG42. Oh, I shoot down one of his planes with my Flak 81. The Flak 41, excuse me. What a kill. You don't see that often out of your Flak 41s. Actually killing something. We're now halfway through the match, a little short of it, but basically halfway through the match, and I am down a fair number of tickets and really on the struggle boat. Because remember, I lose this game, I am out of this tournament. And I really didn't want to lose round. I really don't want to lose round 1. West really not great artillery pieces, but they're going to have to do the job here. This is all the division gets. Gets a couple mortars and a couple Wests. And they did. The 17-pounder is already dead. It died from the MG42 combo there. And I think maybe the Stu 42 might have got a shot. Double Focke-Wulf in again, doing some nice damage, killing off some infantry. Gotta move my Stug because the Italian artillery hitting it. Anytime it's in radio range, it's absolutely devastating. JU-88 now coming in. Even with his double Crusader AA, he's not able to stop it. JU-88 quite fast. Now my Brandenburger's moving forward to follow up the bombing strike. Kills off the healthy Parachatu DC, and the infantry goes down. Really nice wipe for me there. Stug 4 versus 57 mil. I need to back up. I don't really want that fight, and I can just shoot at it from out of its range, so that's kind of dumb for me to fight that. Hikividash get caught out again. Got 1 17-pounder here left. I think there's one more, but maybe not. Maybe one of them died and I just didn't see it. 57 mil does go down to the Stug 4 there, so nice to get that out of the way. Back to a 12-12. 81 mil mortar continues to blast. My artillery doing some nice work now. I'm in the zone now with it. Fortunately, this one is offline for the moment. But this one has been continuously firing at things. Have not started counter-battering or anything yet. Really focusing on killing off his support weapons, but now I'm going to start beginning. Yeah, that really makes sense. Now I start. I do finally capture this flag again. 13-11. Got a long way to go, though, but plenty of time to at least bring this flag difference to, this ticket difference together. Not enough to win, but bring it together so I can win. Like, not enough to take it all the way down, I should say. Panzergren finding a machine gun out in the open. That's really nice. My MG42s will chop that down easily. Starting to counter batter me a little. I got to keep on the move here. And if you guys are enjoying this, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And consider checking out the Patreon down below. It really helps me out a lot. Thank you. Brandenburger arming up its grenade. Not that it really needs it. I do lose one to the Morrow. And the grenade finishes off that Morrow, and now the south is pretty securely mine. I can start focusing troops more in these northern areas here, and then in the center. Apologize, bit of a blocked nose. When I sit and do this for a long time, I feel like my nose always blocks up. I'm not sure why. Probably because I'm, like, sort of laying back. Brandenburgers find the Breda there. I think the Brandenburger should win. I mean, it's in cover. The other one wasn't in cover. That's a big difference. But nope, it's chopping it down pretty good here. Brandenburger, unfortunately, going down to the grenade, but the Arditi getting pinned, and my Brandenburger Pioneer still there. Unfortunately, it gets pinned down by these annoying Italian artillery, which, again, has just been doing so much damage to me. More infantry pouring in up here, but I am on the 1311 finally. Brandenburger did lose this fight. Kind of surprising. All's quiet for the moment. Neither of us with enough troops to really make a hard push. He is trying to get back into this flag, of course. More units coming in here to reinforce. Panzergren going to move into this position to give me some more long-range firepower. I am running out of Brandenburgers. Shu-42 takes a pen, so definitely annoyed about that. 100mm artillery took no damage. I decide to move the west way forward. They can be far more accurate without radio if I move them way forward. So that way I don't have to rely on my radio to actually make them accurate. So I'm moving them way forward. And his Italian artillery really does not counter battery super well, so I can just move before it does a lot of damage. He's making a push now in the town. I don't have enough really to defend against it. Brandenburger Pioneer can definitely beat these Paracadustis. Brandenburger going to go down here momentarily. Higevadastis, leader here, getting hit. Panzergren trying to get in, so I can continue to pressure there. Fortunately, he does move in his paratroopers at the same time, so my Brandenburger Pio is splitting its fire, not what I want to see, and it gets pinned down and is going to get surrendered. Big loss for me there. Really don't have many of those left. Maybe one or two at most, but probably none. He is firming up his defenses. I did try to make a little poke to get this flag, but he's got too much here to push through. Flak 41, though, now blocking out this whole area really nicely for me. West still moving forward. I kind of like moved them instead of fast moving them. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know why I did that. Higevadash in position here to try to push back into the town. He is running out of specialized infantry, though. His own artillery now hitting his infantry a little bit, returning the favor of what I did earlier. He is running out of specialized infantry. He's really calling in a lot of Paracadustis, which are his, like, C-phase card of those, which means I've killed off a lot of the really strong infantry. While I still have plenty of Panzer Grenadiers, which are definitely far stronger. And I still have plenty of Higevadash to work with as well. Focke-Wulf coming in. Just short of the bombing strike. Really unfortunate there. But the other bombing strike does get through and kills off the Arditi holding this flag here. And now all of a sudden the line collapses in. His AA really does suck. And this is definitely a signal for me. I've got some recon coming in to spot this 17-pounder a little bit better. 40M moving, unfortunately, came down a stupid reinforcement road. 40M, though, going to find that Stuart here. Should be able to kill it off pretty easily. This is kind of what it's for. And down the Stuart goes. 40M gets unloaded, of course. He's making a pretty strong attack there. Still 12-12. 19 minutes left to go. Panzerschreck going to die in the transport. That hurt my feelings, but half-track does go down to the Panzergren, which is definitely cool. Leader dies. Not great. Pack 40 for some reason... 40M for some reason shooting the Morrow instead of this L335. Kind of weird. Brandenburger stopping the push there. Stug 4 in a position as well to help out. And I am now capturing this flag with my Higevadash, one-man Higevadash. Mortar now going after this artillery that I can see on the road from my infantry here. Do finally have ammo coming in for it. Wes now targeting that 17 pounder. This thing has been the holdup. Can kill that. He really can't stop my Stu 42 or anything anymore. And I should be able to block out this open area. Panzergren finding these infantry. His units have no chance against my Panzergren at range. Stu 42 is a hero here. I didn't even notice this thing doing so much work down this road. I forgot I had positioned it there. Double Stug 3s coming in. Taking out those infantry. 81 mm mortar going after this 57, but that's already falling back. West doing some nice damage to this 17 pounder. The accuracy is much higher now that they're closer. Stu 42 moving forward now. Doing another ground attack, I believe. It is. 17 pounder forced off for the time being. Mortar down south, blasting away at this 75 mil. It's out of ammo, but any one of those dead is a big win for me. Brandenburger, unfortunately, did go down to the overwhelming firepower there. I did lose both of those Stugs to this 57 mil. That was infuriating, to say the least. And in C phase, that's a massive loss. But my Higvadash is getting in, and I still currently have the 1311. I need to hold this for a good portion of the game, at least 10 minutes of it still. And he needs to get it. He needs to not have it at all. Double Higgy coming in. Focke-Wulf does get bombs off on that 57 mil, so nice kill there. Frees me up to bring more reinforcements in and stuff. He doesn't have many more of those either. He only had 4. We haven't seen any Wolverines because there's really been nothing for him to kill other than a couple Stugs, which he's managed with his AT guns. Stu kind of wasting its ammo here, shooting at this stuff. Higvadash going to try to get in here to reinforce a little bit better. Ammo coming in for the West as well. They're going after the 100 mil now. Unfortunately, did not do that much damage to the 17 pounder. Not nearly as much as I was hoping. He's back into these woods here. Higgy's moving forward. This one gets surrendered, unfortunately. MG42 holding off some of these infantry coming in. So nice. And it ended up being a nice position there for them. Now 14-10 with both of these flags. Not that that speeds anything else, but it does give me some breathing room that I just won't be immediately back to a 12-12 if I lose a flag. Focke-Wulf blind bombing in. Get a nice hit on that anyway, keeping it pinned down. I now recapture this flag. Higvadash totally wiped out the Parachaudistes in that position. Higvadash kind of splitting their fire right now. The Brens will definitely beat my Higvadash, especially with 2-star on them. Flak 40, I purposely put in this position to take out reinforcements coming down this road. That was the game plan, at least. And it is doing a nice job of stopping those Parachaudistes there. Pack 40, unfortunately out of position now. It moved into cover when I didn't want it to, and that Sherman's finding my MG42. Panzergren moving forward to counter this Maro Bren back to a 13-11. Still on it, though. And I am going to get this reinforcement, this Higgy reinforcement in. Mortar going after the Stuart now. I thought the 75 mil was dead. It's not, clearly. My mortar's kind of failing to kill stuff. Kind of annoying. Extremely annoying. L35 going down to the Stug 3. So nice little kill, though. Those vehicles can be quite annoying. Luckily for me, the Bren goes in against the Higvadash in the range that they're actually good at and going to do a lot of damage and push him back successfully. $100 mil did die this time to my counter battery from the West, so happy to see that go down. One less of those Italian artilleries. He does recapture this flag finally. Higvadash is in the woods though, but against 2 of them, it's going to be an issue. Mortar going after the Crusader AA. If I can kill that, I can open the air up down south again. Mortar strike on the Parachaudiste. Does pin them down. I didn't move the Higgies forward yet until I knew they were pinned down, and then the Molotov pins them and recaptures that flag for me. So I'm in a nice position now on some flags, and he's having a hard time getting past my Stugs and such. This Stug falling back. I'm moving it back into this position. This Stug 3 died, and I really liked the position it was in, so I'm moving this over to here because it wasn't really doing much here. And now he's forced to unload his units way back here because of this Flak 41. Now moving a Stu 42 in as well to like fully stop the infantry from just wandering past. West now going after the 75 mil artillery. I am finally tired enough of this. I'm going to try to kill them with that counter battery. Pack 40 hitting the infantry and not the transport, which is what I was hoping it was shooting. .75 mils going after the Flak 41. Yeah, really long range, though. They're very inaccurate at longer ranges. Crusader AA did take some nice damage from my 81 mil mortar, but not enough, unfortunately. Fans are going to do a nice damage to the leader, but the Crusader AA is going to do a lot of damage to that. Ow, 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 ow. Ouchie, wouchie, ouch. Clearly, I did not notice this, and then I finally do. Shu 42, though, finding some easy targets out there. Wes immediately landing some nice hits, pinning down some of those 75s. Stug 42 now in position, finding that Sherman 3. This Sherman 3 should have no chance against my Stug. Now I have this Stug F8 coming in. This one's the lower armor one, but that's fine. It's plenty to kill Shermans. Still 13-11, though, because I'm still holding this flag here. And with the Stug 42 and the Flak 41 in position, I'm feeling really good about that spot. Mortar hitting the Stuart again. Fortunately, my Stu 42 misses, and the paratrooper gets by anyway. 17-pounder pushing way out in the open, allowing my Pack 40 to get some shots on, pinning it down, meaning my Stu 42 and Stug 3 can now push forward again. My Stu 42 immediately going to move forward, way forward, so that he can't retreat out of range. Looks like it may not be necessary, though. JU-88 coming in to try to kill off that 17-pounder and finish off. Too much AA, though. 75 mils being forced off. Higvadash still in the woods doing nice damage against the Parachatudisti. Wes now going to try to finish off the 17-pounder that I didn't think was it. Actually, I'm trying to finish off whatever sport weapons are here. So 17-pounder finally dead. I think he's out of them because he hasn't called in another, which would imply he's out. Stug 42 in a great, Stug 4, excuse me, in a nice spot here to cover off any push there. Unfortunately, I'm moving it now. I need to kill off this Sherman 3, so I'm trying to keep it from being able to just push way forward. Higvadash coming in, his own smoke helping me out to get them through. Higvadash needs to fall back. Still at a 13-11, though. Flags are getting closer. There is 10 minutes remaining in this game. Mortar going after this 57 mil. He has very little AT left. Fakawol's coming in, though, for these infantry in the tree line. Nice hit on the second bombing strike, killing off that Maro Bren. Those are expensive. Every kill of those is huge. Ammo up for the Stu 42. Got to keep this thing firing. Finding some infantry out in the open. West going after the 75 mils again. Stug 4, I keep saying Stu, sorry. Stug 4 against the Wolverine. At this range, pretty good fight, generally speaking. I already have one pen, but the armor's facing the right way now, and it does bounce twice. Another Stug 4 should get another shot off and should hopefully finish it off, and down it goes. Still gets a shot off, and of course manages to trade. Hoorah, RNG. 75's not dying, but I'm now at least forcing them off. They're not easily able to, like, attack me all the time. Pack 40 managing to hit some infantry as well. Stug 3 getting a hit on the Sherman 3. Pretty happy about that. Need to get more infantry in to recapture this flag here. Back to a 12-12. This is very bad. I need to get the tick going again. Stug 4 finding some infantry to pick on. Bunch of reinforcements coming from me out. I still have some Brandenburgers and Brandenburger bios that I've been saving for some key moment, and apparently I decided this is the key moment. His 75 mils are forced off. They're not dead, though. Stuart being annoying. With the Stug 4 dead, I guess he felt comfortable moving forward. 81 mortar going after the Wolverine. My Higvadash will get into here, and the Wolverine can't do anything about it. JU-88 coming in for the Wolverine as well. Open top should do some nice damage. Sherman does go down. Looks like... Well, here it is. It died to a mortar, I think. I think the mortar finished it off. JU-88 bombs land. Don't kill it, but do force the fall back and allow me to recapture flag back to a 14-10 again, back on the tick. I was going after the Wolverine with the mortar. Ju-88 will get out again. Wes now targeting the 100 mil artillery. And things now going according to plan, basically blocking out the center section of this map using my 2K range stuff. It's easy to think of Kostritsa as just a CQC map, but it really isn't. It's got CQC sections and then non, and I was able to take advantage of that. And Jaapaasa throws in the towel just as the tickets even up, and he can't get back into those positions anymore. 42 minutes, and I stay alive. 3,922, 2315. Outtraded him pretty significantly. Really happy with my performance in this game. I used my artillery a lot. It did a lot of damage. His did as well, but was able to really not get sucked into dying to his infantry. His infantry are just so strong. But I was able to use my Brandenburgers at range, really do a lot of damage with those, block out sections of the map using longer range weapons, and kind of bully him with my Air Force and even my artillery, which I did not expect. So great game to him. We are now headed into an exciting game 3. If you guys enjoyed that, hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out that Patreon to support the channel. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.